Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As I promised to myself, I wanted to provide more videos, so here's some more. I decided to film a video just focusing on how I cover my vitiligo. I don't want to do like a get ready with me, but this is going to be a two-parter video. So this video is going to be all about how I cover my vitiligo. That's it, just straight to the point, what I do, and then from there you're free to do whatever you'd like. If you want to cover your vitiligo in the form that I do. And then the next video is going to be on how I finish my face. I'm about to go get my car washed and grab some lunch, so anytime I leave my house I always put makeup on. I know how to cover my vitiligo, so I will always continue to do my makeup. I love makeup and I have so much makeup, so if I rocked a bare face every day, all the stuff would get old and it would be pointless having a collection if I don't use it. If you want to see how I conceal my vitiligo thoroughly, like I'm going to show you exactly what I do, exactly how many times it takes me to like cover it up perfectly, as close to perfect as I can, then keep watching. The first thing I always do is I always moisturize my lips first with any lip balm. I'm going to use the lip butter from Nivea in Raspberry Rose Kiss. I don't stick my fingers in here. I have like a hand washing problem, not a phobia. I'm like very OCD. I always like clean hands. Not that this is sanitary, but my lips don't touch as much stuff as my hands. So I just take it straight from the tin and apply it. I don't use my fingers. Go ahead and grab whatever moisturizer you use on the daily, on the regular. I just use the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. It's oil-free moisturizer. I'm very oily, so I like the consistency of gel more than like a cream moisturizer because it's lighter and I don't know. This is inexpensive. After you moisturize, I use two primers. I have a very oily nose, and in my last videos, my nose looks so oily. I wish I could just, I wish I could just blot my nose through the screen, but I can't. So I use two primers. I use, well, this is if you have oily skin. You don't have to use these, but this is what I use. I use the Professionals for my nose, only for my nose, because I have the biggest pores and the most oily. I need more control of oil on my nose, even though it still gets oily, but whatever. And then I use the Hard Candy Shine Free Primer that you can get at Walmart for $8. So I just grab a little bit of the Professionals. You can get this at Ulta or Sephora or Benefit.com or whatever, Benefit Cosmetics. So then I just press this in to my nose. I feel like pressing primers into your face, nose, whatever part of your face you want to press it into, you get a better effect of it because you're actually like pressing it into your pores instead of just rubbing it in. Then I grab like a generous pea-sized amount of the Hard Candy Primer, and then I just press this into my skin. If you rub this into your skin like I did the moisturizer, you're gonna have like, it'll roll the product, so it doesn't really penetrate into your pores and your skin. So I just press this in. I use a buffing brush from Real Techniques to apply my foundation, and the way I do it is like a layering effect. I always start off with foundation. You can go ahead and use whatever foundation you like. I like full coverage. I use Revlon Color Stay makeup in the combination oily skin form because they have normal to dry skin, I think. And I just use mine in the colors 180 Beige Sand Beige, and 360 Golden Caramel. These are a little hard to match. If you find your actual color in just one, that's awesome. I was actually using just one for the longest time and my face just looks too pale. I'm pale but not that pale. So I mix these two, and sometimes if you mix a little more of one color than the other, you're always going to get different colors. So I kind of know how to mix it now, but I just put it on top of the brush. And this first layer, you're not going to put a lot. So I always put a first layer. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it this way, but I feel like this is the best way I get coverage and evenness, and not so obvious that I have this full, like, that I'm hiding my vitiligo. I try to make it look as natural as possible, even with a full face of makeup, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I just put this on top of here, not so much. This is about as much as I put on. So I would guess this is a little more than half a pump, or maybe right at half a pump. So then I just go ahead and dot this all over my face. And this is the only time I can really buff makeup into my skin, because once I put on the Estee Lauder makeup on my vitiligo spots, I can't buff makeup into my face, because then everything will just move and everything I've concealed will need more concealing. So just go ahead and buff that in. It also creates like that first layer of hiding the vitiligo, but it makes it like, the color I have here is my skin color, but the color that appears on these spots is more orange. So that's normal. I don't know why that happens. It's because these spots are so much less pigmented and like skin tone. So I'm assuming that's what causes the orange. Go ahead and grab my two Estee Lauder. This is the new packaging, this is old packaging, so that's why they look different, but they're the same exact product. The Double Wear Maximum Cover Camouflage Makeup for face and body, and I use the color Creamy Tan and Deep. Deep is discontinued, but I actually have two backups of these because I called there's an Estee Lauder number. I have it right here. Lauder Gone But Not Forgotten. And if you happen to be somewhere near my skin tone, this is the number that you can call and you can order, and they'll see if they have it in like their warehouse. So I got two to have, because that is like what I need, and I was going crazy when I found out that they discontinued it. I buy these little pill. Oh my gosh, I have the worst butterfingers in the world. Anyways, so I buy this little pill container. That's what it's called. That's what it's labeled. In the travel section of Walgreens. I've seen these at like Target. They have bigger ones. In the travel section. I don't know, CVS. I've never checked. But I just use this, and this is what I mix the two colors in. These are like $1. So every so often I just throw this out and then buy another one, because it's very inexpensive, and you know, I'm putting dirty brushes in there and I clean it, but you know, after a while it's $1, so it's not expensive to replace. So I go ahead and I always start with the lighter color. I always use more of the lighter color than the darker color. And I apply like a generous amount, not too much, because I don't like to waste this, so I never over pour. I don't know if you can see how much that is, but it's like a few drops. A few generous drops. And then I go ahead with the dark one, and then I just kind of, if you play with this, you'll find your color. Like, you'll make your color. And I always make it a little darker because I need to bring back color and even it to my skin tone. So I don't like try to match the color it is. I just make it a tad bit darker. So that's where this color comes in, and see how much different in amount the darker color is than the lighter color. So I have more of the lighter color and then the darker right underneath, and then I'll mix it. Yeah, that's pretty good. So to apply this, I always use like a foundation brush. I like the flat ones only for this. This one's the pointed pointed foundation brush from Real Techniques. It comes in the face kit, face set, or expert face, something like that set. And it looks like this, except it's dirty, and I like to keep mine dirty. I'll wash these every week. I prefer using these like this, dirty, basically, because there's already some left on here, so it adheres better. And I feel like when I use a clean brush, this makeup is very thick, and I'll literally just like mix it together with a brush. And I don't know, something about it not being so fresh and clean applies a better hiding coverage for my spots. So that's why I prefer to use a brush dirty. I have to apply more product when the brush is really clean. So I just go ahead and just apply it. So I just go ahead and apply it everywhere. I just like bounce it off. I don't swipe it on. And I just always focus on like the outer corners, and then like bring it in. And always start with a small amount, never like grab a whole bunch of this makeup. It automatically just starts seeing how it completely conceals. See here and here? This is what works for me. I know you can try Cover FX. They have very pigmented makeup. And I used to actually use it, and it does the job. I just didn't like how it worked on oily skin like 3 years ago, but according to this Cover FX guy that I was speaking to at Ulta, I was telling him about how I have vitiligo, and then he showed me a picture of a client's makeup he did, and she happened to have vitiligo, and he's like, look at her face, like this is what I did. I took a picture of it, or he showed me the picture of it, and it was good. He's like, there's new stuff, you should check it out. But I'm so like, I so trust this makeup, and I know how it works. I've used it for years, that I'm just very comfortable with using this. And then the minute that I have no more of this Estee Lauder Deep and have tried the new colors that they have out and they don't work for me, then I will convert to something else, because I would have no choice. So just like that, I just literally dab it on into my spots. Try not to get this on your actual normal skin, because I feel like it's so rich and pigmented. You can easily see the line. Can you see the line? Of where my actual skin is, and then how deep this one is. But it'll all even out once I blend it out. And then I have some right here, so I just grabbed this lightly. My chin always breaks out, so can't ever get anything perfect. So yeah, you can see the line, like where it ends. This is my I've had this vitiligo spot the longest. So this one's the hardest to conceal, because it's like so super not pigmented at all. And this one is always fades also because it's on my forehead. It's really hot in Florida, so I sweat, and when I like rub off the sweat, it's the hardest one. And then this spot right here is also really hard to conceal. It always, like, when I put on my concealer and everything, I always have to touch up on it. So yeah, this part is actually the easiest to conceal, and it's the biggest, so it's really confusing. But yeah, that is what I have with the first layer of foundation and the concealing. So once you have that layer, I go ahead and grab the second layer of foundation. So this one I'm a little bit more generous, but not that much. You really don't need to like overdo the foundation. I just kind of do it to mix it in so it's not so obvious that I have something covering, you know what I mean? So that's why I do like the sandwich layer effect. So I go ahead and put the same amount. You have to play with it. That's what I've found out with all this makeup stuff. You just have to play with it and see how it works with your face. So this probably works for me and it could not work for you, or you find yourself you need less amounts or more or whatever. So you just have to like customize it to yourself. So this is what works for me, but I just wanted to give you like a more in-depth on how I cover my vitiligo. So I just grab this much, which is, again, see, it's not too much. I don't have like a whole like glob on here. So then I just go ahead, and this time I don't buff it in. I just literally press it into my skin. I do a little bit of that first, just like get it all over, and then I just do all this. So you see how I'm pressing it into my skin? There's no rotating notations going around. I'm just literally pressing it in. And it's okay if you rub off some of the Estee Lauder makeup, because you can always just touch it up. That's the most tedious part of me getting ready, and this is what takes so long, is because if I work too quick, I rub off so much of it that I have to like touch up, and then it's just a process. But I'm very picky when it comes to my makeup. If it looks bad, I have to like make it look the best I can. I don't know, I'm very like OCD about it. Not very, but sometimes I don't care. Like sometimes I'll just run out like this even though there's some spots peeking through. But when I know I'm gonna have it on for a long day and I'm gonna like go out, or you know, want to look my most presentable, I definitely can take well into 2 hours doing my makeup because I work slow. That's one of my problems. I work very slow. I don't like doing this fast. The faster you go and the less patient you are, the I don't know, it just doesn't come out looking the best. So in my opinion, so you just have to be very patient and take your sweet time, but you can still move quick, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit, like half of, not even, less than half of the amount I showed you at first, of this, again, just to touch up on the spots. I don't know if you can see how you can see? You can still see the vitiligo. So I just have to like touch up on that, and then right here you can see the outline of it. See, this is so easy, like it just blends right in here, and then right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of this. Again, it's a small amount. The smaller the better, because this stuff is pricey, but it's such I hate wasting makeup. And this is expensive. A bottle will cost you like $33 to $35. Every place I feel like is different in these pricing on these things. But do you see how little of an amount I put in? It's like little baby drops. So then I go ahead and mix it. Just mix it. And see how it spreads out? It's not a lot, I just literally spread it out so it's such a thin layer. And then I just go ahead and touch up. It's almost like I'm sealing it all over again. This is just what takes so much time to put on makeup for me, and I just cannot rush. I can't be rushed, because the moment I am rushed, it pisses me off. And also, being that these bottles are more expensive, I promise you it will last you over a year. I've had this bottle for over a year. I just replaced the creamy tan, because I use more of this one, so of course it's gonna go by a little quicker. But the deep, it depends on how much vitiligo you have on your face. You know, if you have more than me, then you're gonna use more, but it will definitely last you like a year for sure. So it's so worth the $35, because you're not like constantly having to purchase it, because it's so thick, this makeup. And like the way you use it, it's not like a lot, you know what I mean? So I think it's worth it. And also, if you wait till gift with purchase, if you buy this at Nordstrom, they have gift with purchase. Dillard's has gift with purchase, as well as Macy's. That's in Florida, so I'm not sure if they have all those stores. I'm sure they have Macy's everywhere in the United States, because it's Macy's. But Dillard's, I don't think they have everywhere, and Nordstrom's, they don't have everywhere either. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so you can always wait to replenish in that time. That way you'll get like a nice gift with your foundation, with your double wear, so you can get like a bag of like a bunch of stuff, and it's really cool. So I always wait for those times, because you get more for your money. Again, I'm about saving and getting the most amount back for your money. So then what I do is I grab my foundation brush, whatever's left on it, I just go over the edges just to blend it in. I don't add no more foundation. I just literally, whatever's left on that brush, I just place right on top of only the vitiligo spots. So yeah, that's pretty much it for how I conceal my vitiligo. From here, you can go ahead and set it with any powder, and then go about your eyes or just mascara and your lip gloss. I suggest putting on some bronzer and blush, because it'll bring back your color to your skin and just some life, because it's obviously super flat right now. It's just, it looks very, very flat. So that's how I cover my vitiligo. You're free to do whatever you'd like from this point on, but this is just how I cover my vitiligo, and what I suggest, and how I do it, and how I found the easiest way. Yeah, so go ahead and finish your face. I'm going to continue to finish my face, and I'll film that in another video, which will be right after this video. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, or something was a little confusing, or I don't know, you want to look at some sort of alternative for anything, then let me know. Again, this is what I do, and this is what makes me most comfortable wearing this makeup, and how I conceal my vitiligo. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.